What's up, everybody? RevSauce9. Make sure to rate, like, and subscribe to the channel. Now, I've been hearing you guys. I see my analytics, okay? And I've heard from some of you within the communities I diverge in and talk to and play games in. A lot of you have explained to me that you guys don't like long-ass, drawn-out podcasts. You guys want rapid-fire, quick to the point videos. And a lot of you find a lot of my constituents out there annoying. So I hear you. I've been taking feedback for quite a minute. So from going forward, unless there's a special event, I'm just going to do quick rapid fire reviews. As far as wrestling goes, Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, quick rapid fire videos going forward. I'm not going to waste your guys' time, 20 minutes or less. We're just going to get right down to the nitty gritty. I'm not going to do what my constituents. I'm not going to talk every beat of sweat, every single baby oil moment, every single people's elbows or LA Knight, yeah. I'm not going to go into all that. And then add extra to that. That just takes up too much time, and I don't have a lot of time in my world personally to sit here and jaw the jaw about wrestling. I got game streaming to do. Game streaming is my bread and butter. We are rising on Kick. We are rising on Twitch. We are rising on Live Space. And that's where my bread and butter's at. Game streaming for hours is my bread and butter. And wrestling, for some reason, a lot of you feel like an hour and a half is too much. Some of you have told me that. And like you feel some of my constituents out there are annoying. That you just get annoyed after 2 hours of them jawing the jaw of the same shit. So I'm going to try to do quick reviews, and that's where my bread and butter. If there's a special event like WrestleMania, Revolution, things like that, then yeah, I will do those hour-long podcasts with a group of people and, you know, have fun doing that. But, you know, at the end of the day, I want to do rapid-fire videos for you guys. I want to keep it quick, to the point, fast, all of that, because I don't want to waste your guys' time. Anyway, let's get into this. SmackDown, let's talk about this real quick. The Rock comes back. Look. The promo acknowledging Roman Reigns as his tribal chief, a little weird to me. I understand it. I get it. I see The Rock, you know, doing something to Roman Reigns at the end of this all and having a civil war between bloodlines. I see that happening. I don't know why, but I do. With Tama Tonga coming in, I could see it happening. The Rock is good shit. I like the promo from The Rock, the cocaine and the meth. That is actually true about most of Arizona. From what I've heard from my friends, it's mostly cocaine and meth and heroin, technically. It's casino area, technically. There's a lot of casinos up in Arizona and shit like that. The Rock promo was good. They cut the show began with the video package recapping what happened at the Elimination Chamber. Corey Graves welcomed everybody. Reigns walked out with Solo Sikoa, Paul Heyman, and Jimmy Uso. The Bloodline segment, The Rock pretty much said, look, I'm not going to accept Cody Rhodes' offer. I'll counter offer. And here we are. We're going to have a tag team match potentially at WrestleMania at night 1. It means Seth Rollins will be doing double duty. It means Cody Rhodes will be doing double duty. Roman Reigns will be doing double duty. The Rock will probably get a huge payday because this will be the main event. Basically, they put rules on it. If Cody loses, then it will be Bloodline rules. Bloodline can do whatever they want. They could potentially have Roman Reigns win night 1 and then have Roman Reigns lose night 2. They could do it that way in the Bloodline rules where Cody has to overcome because that's what they're doing, diversity, things like that. So the Bloodline segment was pretty good. I enjoyed The Rock, honestly. There, Austin Theory, again, like I said, I could care less. Randy Orton came back and looked in the background, and he was pretty much with the cell phone, looking at the cell phone, going, rewind that back. Austin Theory, we already know what's going to happen. They're breaking up Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. I mean, it just makes sense. Austin Theory should have been way above where he's at right now, personally. But, you know, again, WWE holding him back. And I think after that concussion thing that he did to himself and Carmelo Hayes, I think really, to be honest, they've kind of, you know, pushed him back a little bit in the peg. Tiffany Stratton, like I said, it's Tiffany time, Tiffy time. Like I said, she's been beating a lot of people. She raked the eyes of Naomi, got the 1, 2, 3. Tiffany Stratton is no joke. I don't know why people compare her to Charlotte Flair, but really, to be honest with you, this match was really good. it showed off what Naomi, new moves that she's been working on in TNA. That face buster's pretty freaking good off that rope. I thought at first she was going to do like a moonsault, like an off the second rope moonsault, kind of like what Tiffany Stratton does with the greatest moonsault. I thought they were going to do the leg drop thing with Naomi with the, with the booty in her face. They didn't. Back and forths. I thought the match was pretty good. This is when WWE does a really good women's match. Tiffany Stratton is going to have a rocket ship strapped to her back. I do not like her ring music. I wish they would bring her back into the Barbie gimmick, then getting away from the Barbie gimmick, which is kind of lame. And whoever's doing the WWE music needs to be fired. Like, it just needs to happen. Honestly, for real, for real. Bayley, Dakota Kai, Asuka, Kairi Sane. I guess tag team match was called off after Dakota Kai came off the rope. And basically they brawled and then basically brawled back into the ring. Went back and forth. Pretty much Dakota Kai is going to be your new head boss of Damage Control, which was not surprising. Bayley basically, got screwed over here again. She's going to be fighting diversity. Nobody talks about Bayley fighting diversity, but she's going to be fighting diversity going into WrestleMania, to be honest with you. So I like the fact that Io Sky had her rub her face against the title and was speaking, why can't we? These people are making millions of dollars. Like Shohei Ohtani. Why can't they just learn English? Okada speaks English and he's from Japan. Why can't these people? Why can't these Japanese wrestlers stop the Japanese thing and just learn English? Asuka speaks English. You ever heard her? She speaks English. Okay, English. Shinsuke speaks English. Have you heard him? He speaks English. Why are we doing this? This is the stigma WWE's always done with these wrestlers, man, from Japan. That's why I'm kind of glad Okada's not coming to WWE, honestly, in some aspects, because the hokey pokey shit. Anyway, we got Braun Breaker beating Xyon Quinn. Xyon Quinn is really good shit. Having him just get squashed in a matter of 7 seconds is not it, Chief. We're doing the same thing with Braun Breaker as they're doing with Wardlow in AEW. When AEW does it, it's a problem, but when WWE does it, it's okay because it's Braun Breaker, right? Anyway, moving on. Carlito defeats Santos Escobar in a street fight. Who cares? Rey Mysterio came back, looks like the Great Muta in a mask. I think he's paying homage to the Great Muta. Came out, beat the shit out of pretty much El Fantasma, and pretty much they sparred. And then 619 spit in the face with the apple, all that shit. 1, 2, 3 goes to Carlito. I really didn't care. Next week, Bobby Lashley will go up against Karrion Kross. And also set for the show is Logan Paul. They announced that within the show. And Randy Orton defeats Austin Theory for the 1, 2, 3. Basically, KO was on the commentary booth, basically going back and forth with Corey Graves and Bad News Barrett, Wade Barrett. And then after the match, Waller attacks Orton, but Owens breaks up to attack Theory, and Waller turns his attention on Owens, but Owens hits him with a stunner on Theory, and Orton hits the RKO, and then basically that's how the show finished out. The segment at the very beginning was great for The Rock and Roman, I would have to say. I honestly thought the whole segment with Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, because they're kind of setting off for attention against these two guys, I could see them feuding on a Raw or SmackDown. I don't see it on a major pay-per-view. Santos Escobar, they're setting up for that, and literally Rey Mysterio at Mania, or they could do Dominic Mysterio and his father still for hair versus hair retirement match. But I think they'll push that back to another WrestleMania. Bayley, Dakota Kai, I like that. The dissension there, I really kind of enjoyed that. Tiffany Stratton, you can't go wrong with Tiffany Stratton. Naomi is going to put her over. It looks obvious. It's plain as day. They had a Jake Cargill looking at Damage Control. So I could totally see Io Sky versus, or one of them versus Jade in the future. They should be pulling the trigger with Jade already. I mean, at this point, Jade should be further along than that. I feel like they put her here, And it's kind of like that Olympic gold medal guy that they had a while back. That's, I don't know what his name is because that's how irrelevant he was. Now he's back in doing Olympic wrestling. But, at the end of the day, as I said before, Jade Cargill should be further along. Again, I think, they need to be pulling the trigger with her sooner than later. I think they're waiting for Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair showed off pictures recently of her looking like she's back training with her husband, El Idolo Andrade. So that's cool to see. But again, the Bloodline segment I thought was a little weird tonight. I honestly thought it was a little bit hokey pokey. The Rock going, finally. And then at the end of it, it's like, oh, you're acknowledging Roman. Ew. You're acknowledging Roman Reigns. Ew, it should be the other way around, which I think that's where they're going to have a civil war. I think if the title gets lost, I think that's the next thing they're going to do is a civil war between the two sides. I could see Tama Tonga coming in as the Rock's guy and being face. I could see that. I could see him coming in and helping Roman Reigns. I don't know how they would do that. But WrestleMania is shaping up to be a good one. I mean, they kind of referenced Cody Rhodes tonight, calling him kind of a no and maybe a bitch at best. But it looks like it's going to be Rock and Roman versus Cody and Seth. And they called Seth the Clown tonight, which was kind of cool. But really, this show, honestly, I would say, again, I said about Dynamite being a B- show. This one was a B- show. I would say it's a 7.75 as well. I wouldn't say it's the best show in the world, but it got the point across where it needed to be. WWE is doing better than AEW per week. It just shows when you have The Rock and Roman and you can have a whole crowd going crazy and you try to do that with Sting and Darby and all that and crowd's kind of just like, You know what I mean? I'm not trying to compare the two companies. I'm just saying weekly show-wise, you could see more people are interested in the Bloodline and what's going on with WWE than Sting's retirement. And that's sad to say that, but Tony Khan didn't really put any emphasis on it very much. And there's only been a couple of promos. It's not really, took it off like it should be. But anyway, my name is Rev Sauce. That's my opinion for the week of SmackDown. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I thought it was a decent show. It wasn't the best show in the world. It was decent. I will have a Rampage video coming up for you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.